And welcome back to the All Things ITSM Global Podcast. And with us now we have Kathyrn Howard, also known as the ITSM Catwoman. So Kathyrn's come here all the way from Australia. It's my next door neighbour really. So very nice to have you here in Vegas.
I'm very pleased to hear. It's a long trip, but certainly, yes. Yeah. And yes, you are my neighbour, although yes. I rarely see you because it is at least 3 hours flight.
Yes.
And very happy to meet my friends again.
Yeah, no, it's been...
I feel outnumbered. I mean, everybody's like from hours and hours away. I'm the only local.
Yeah, but the strange thing is I often go and meet people from the UK here. I go back to the UK, I never see them.
Yeah.
So the only time I ever meet them is actually in the US. It's strange.
It's actually a strange world we live in because sometimes you meet people at these conferences and you've got to stop and think if you've actually ever met them in person before. Because you sort of get to know them so well in a virtual world that you have to stop and wonder.
Or you see them out of context and think, which continent are you from?
Yeah. So Kathyrn, the ITSMF Australia conferences, the preparations are well underway. You're open for speaker presentations at the moment. So,
indeed.
But I see that this year it's no longer Lead IT,
yes.
which has been getting a pretty well-known international brand. So what's the reasoning for that?
Okay. Well, basically we've refactored this year. It's been Lead IT for at least 7 years now.
Yeah.
So it was kind of time for a bit of a makeover.
Mm-hmm.
I get very excited about the conference every year. I mean, we have such a great time.
Anyone
who's been to our conferences will say so. We've been listening very closely to what our members have been saying and what our sponsors have been telling us, and they're clearly wanting our conference to be more accessible, both from a time factor and a monetary factor. Yeah. So we're trimming it to 2 days, which is really full on at 4 streams, as opposed to the 7 that we were doing last year, which is we were told we were just over the top too much. Was too much decision about what to go to. Yeah. So we've got a good lineup of keynotes. And as you said, the call for presentations is open, which will close at the end of April. Yes. So please, we're out there looking for really good submissions, and we've got a lot so far, which is really excellent. Yep. And all the good things that we do on the social front at our conference as well, we're still doing all those. So the kick-ass gala dinner that we do.
Yeah, you do a pretty good gala dinner. It is fun.
Yep, and the social day the day after, and also the workshops the day before. Yep. So it's still quite a substantial event, and it's in Sydney this year, which is a real positive. Yep. It hasn't been in Sydney.
And what's the venue? Because the convention centre's not... You're not at the convention centre?
Yeah, we're in one of the hotels,
one of the hotels.
The Sofitel Wentworth.
Right.
So it's right downtown. It's a very quick walk to Circular Quay in the Opera House. So for any of our visitors, it's definitely a picturesque spot to be.
So have you got a theme for the conference this year, or just?
Yes, it's building service management. Yes. I had to remember
the tough
questions. Don't have my notes. But certainly, and our streams are all around getting the customer engagement with the business, and we have a stream on innovation, which certainly we're looking into the DevOps theme. And of course, we always have the basic service management entry-level stuff. So there's something for everybody. Yep. So it's definitely we're looking forward to it. And also too, something that we pioneered in Australia, the Twitter chat series.
Yes.
Leading up to the conference, we'll be running that again for the 4th year. Yeah. So hopefully I'll be hosting them again. So unless someone wants to depose me. Yeah. From the top line speakers and the keynotes, 6 will be selected as to be interviewed under Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, those move so fast. You've really got to be watching the stream constantly to keep up with them.
Yeah, the first one I ever did, I was terrified. I think for the 24 hours before and the 24 hours afterwards, I was just like shaking because it was like, what if no one's listening? But it was an outrageous success. So everybody loves them. So.
No, great stuff.
And that's really the thing, right? Is like you said, you're making the conference shorter, but it's really about delivering the value. So you're still giving those that. Workshop before, the Twitter chat, and the social event after, and it's still about delivering that whole value package to them. So that's great. That's great.
It is, because basically our members were saying that they can't afford all that time out.
Sure.
So last year we sold a record number of one-day tickets.
Wow.
So it's that sends a message.
It
does, and it's just, look, We love the conference,
Yeah.
and the old format, everybody loved it. It was a wonderful event,
Yeah.
but unfortunately things have to move with the times. So,
Well, it's tough, because it's not, it's not necessarily the expense of the conference itself, on any conference. It's the lost productivity. It's
Yes.
that time away and
Yeah.
all of that sort of thing. And it's really, it adds up quite a bit. If you send in 2 or 3 people from a team,
Yeah.
we all have more work, than we can get done as it is. So, that really makes it,
yeah,
really
and,
difficult.
and we do encourage people to send multiple people from their
Yes.
organisations, because then they can go to separate events, they
Yes.
can share, they can do workshops together.
I do think it should be mandatory when people attend a conference from an organisation that you come back and you present key findings to your team,
Yeah.
and that just doesn't happen often enough.
No, it doesn't. And,
Should be-
and
every
yeah.
organisation should be there. You want to get value from those learning opportunities. That's the way to do it.
Well, and there's 2 elements to that. I mean, I've had, years ago, I was working for an employer that was required. If you went to a conference,
Yeah.
you had to come back and you basically had to present back to the team. And it did one of 2 things. One, it shared a lot more knowledge with folks, and it also eliminated the ones that were just going for the social aspects of it, because they didn't want to come back and present. So it really kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. And, but that's key. I mean, you send in 1 person, it's expensive,
Yeah.
in the total package, but the rest of the team doesn't get it. So,
Yeah.
I agree, that should
Yeah,
be a
there
little more
needs
standard.
to be a payback for the business as a
Exactly.
whole, otherwise it's just not worthwhile.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, some people just end up hanging out by the pool all the time. and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, no,
Well, it's going to
Can't
be
do that.
August in Sydney. You won't be hanging by the pool.
no, Sydney's not that warm in August.
No, it won't be.
It's not freezing, but it's not
Yeah.
warm either.
No.
And something we target too is actually repeat business of people with stories to tell. So someone who's come along with a presentation in
Yeah.
years past, who's implementing something, come back and tell us how it went.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're certainly encouraging people to do that.
And are you getting any good ideas from the conference here?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of interesting talk around KCS
Yeah.
and DevOps as well. That's certainly making rumbling noises in Australia. And, as conversation we've
Yes.
had previously, people say, what is it? So, yeah, we definitely need to debunk that.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
And will we be seeing you at the New Zealand conference in May too, Kathyrn?
You will indeed.
Yeah, very good.
Yes. So Catwoman will be there
Great.
with a brand new presentation.
Yep.
So
New
CSI.
years or same years?
Same years. Oh, actually, no, they're new years since I saw you.
Oh, okay.
The other pair got a bit bent in the suitcase.
Yeah.
So every once in a while they need,
Refreshing,
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah. But with a brand new presentation,
Yes.
CSI Gotham City.
Very good. Excellent.
CSI
we will,
Gotham City.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
yeah. We will look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for your time with us this afternoon.
Thanks for inviting.
And yeah,
Thank you,
no,
Catherine.
pleasure to have you as always. Thanks, Kathyrn.
Thanks, Kirsty.
Thanks, Catherine.
Hey.
Kirsty's the one that always gets the kisses.
Yeah.
Does,
I'll
yeah,
kiss
I
you
know.
too, but you're too far away.